All right. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Urban World Talk Live. Right here, Facebook Live, YouTube, all those good things, all them good places you could be catching us. We're with you today. What's happening, y'all? All right, you guys, we got a very, very cool, laid-back, chill show to talk about today. We got a whole bunch of craziness going on in the world today. We got, the email you three, Nia Long getting cheated on, Malika Andrews on there. If you didn't know, I'm your boy, host, along with Miss Tiffany Bell. Tiffany, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just want to send a shout out. Please stay safe to everybody down in Florida. I know y'all dealing with a hurricane right now. Please stay safe. Tap in if you can, but
that's
be
right.
safe. Be safe.
That's right, you guys. Be safe down there. Everybody going through anything down there in Florida. Everybody.
A lot going on in this world.
I got people in Florida. I got people I care about in Florida. So making sure. All right, guys. Yeah, so today we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But, we were talking about something, Tiff, the other day. And I don't know how many of you guys, you watch these Netflix movies, specials.
Oh, man.
They deal with all kinds of crazy people.
I get addicted to them. I start watching one and then I'm like, oh, okay. We can watch another one. Okay, we can watch another one. And then, lo and behold, I watched the whole entire series.
Right. So, the Dahmer one came on. Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't know if you guys know about his story. I ain't gonna really go into it, but let's just say, dude he was a crazy person. He used to kill a lot of brothers.
He's a Gemini, so it makes sense.
He was wild though, and he was really bad. He was not even. There's nothing really funny about it. He was crazy, and he was killing brothers in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And they made a special about it, and it's on Netflix right now.
This is the third special that they've made about it.
Yeah, they've made movies and stuff like that before, but this one's the first long form series this to this level. And I think Ryan Murphy, the guy behind American Horror Story, he put it together. And
he was the one that did that?
Yeah, I think that's Ryan Murphy. And Evan Peters, who plays him, he does a great job.
They have a beautiful relationship, and Evan Peters, he is an amazing actor.
He is, and
he's an amazing actor.
He's amazing. He does great work, and he's always very, very convincing with whatever he's doing. I think he might have been a little too convincing though. I don't know, man. I tried to watch it. I couldn't watch it.
He was real scary.
I couldn't watch it. I don't know. You guys
played that real well.
If you guys have watched that show, let us know. Tiff, you watched more than me. What did you think?
I did, and it was really, really good. I didn't finish the last 2 episodes, so I'm excited to watch those. But it was really interesting to see how he lived. I wish that they had played more about the stories.
We were waiting too much.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it anything away too. I wish they had given away or showed a little bit more of the stories behind the actual victims.
Yeah.
And it's kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
Without telling too much, it's kind of everywhere.
Well, one of the things I'm hearing is that a lot of the victims have been they ain't feeling it because they're having to be re-traumatized by it coming out. Yeah. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. When I watched the little bit that I watched, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, it's not cool. I don't mind watching stuff in movies. But when it's real life and this really happened, it was making me it was freaking me out. Anyway,
it's kind of a weird that really happened, and it
right. You know the crazy thing?
Really did.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to know the crazy thing I was really thinking though? Mm-hmm. So I'm watching it. As soon as it starts off, it takes you into one of the scenarios, one of the situations that was real life that really happened. And I was watching it. I'm just thinking to myself, yo, any one of us that could be. Anybody who was out dating people and meeting people. We've all went somewhere that we didn't know somebody, and you don't know what you're walking into.
You gotta watch your drinks. You gotta be absolutely careful. You gotta let everybody know where you going. Please be safe, and especially in the times now, Tinder age and online dating age, and where everybody just meets people weird, undisclosed spaces. Please, just be safe.
You never know who you run in. Be safe.
For real. Please. But the family of one of the victims is coming forth, and they were like, there was no need for this.
Nah.
And did not reimburse them, so they didn't pay them nothing.
Right, and they just tell them.
And they totally just like took their entire story. They had should I give it away?
No, don't
But
check
one
it
of
out.
the parts is like really intense, and like they played it like word for word, like what this person said, and it was like it was weird. It was re-traumatizing.
Right. So you guys check that out if you guys if you want, really or just look into it. It's an interesting show. But you know, that's that. So I'm not gonna really. I don't want to get into that too much, but check it out.
We won't give you
a lot of people have been talking about it, and that's why we brought it up.
The story is known, so I mean, it's not really spoilers, but
there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
All right, moving to something else that's going on. There's I don't know if you've heard, but there's a little bit of a scandal going on in the sports world and the Hollywood world, and also in the black entertainers world. Where Ime Udoka, you guys, if you're not a sports fan, you might not know who he is. He's the former coach, or he is still the head coach officially, but they suspended him for a year for having an inappropriate relationship with somebody in the staff. But the problem was that he was also married to Nia Long. I'm going to show you. Engaged. My bad. You're right.
They weren't even
crossed them right there.
Line yet.
That's Nia Long with her fine self.
Nia
and Ime Udoka.
MFing Long.
Right.
Come on.
So that's the two of them together, and they were engaged, but Ime Udoka, the coach of the Celtics, he did some dirt. Go ahead and read that report from the Daily Beast.
I got a report from the Daily Beast. It's so the only thing we know for sure is that the Celtics coach Ime, that's not how it's spelled.
Oh my God! It's 100% the Celtics.
From Irish, okay, from the Irish, it's Celtic. The Celtics coach Ime Udoka has received a 1-year suspension from the organization for reasons relating to a sexual relationship he had with another Celtics employee. We now know he got busted when the employee's husband overheard a private conversation on a Ring camera. And we might know who the other person is. Aside from that, there's a lot of conjecture, assumptions, spin, and very, very few hard facts about what Udoka did.
Yeah, Udoka. That's
about how wanted or unwanted his advances were, or about how many people may or may not have been affected by his behavior. So as the public salivates for new information, some media outlets can be tempted to speculate wildly, to put too much trust in the sources with agendas,
a lot of them
to lean on rumors and conjecture instead of the kind of vetted information that journalists are taught to trust.
Right. So
shade.
So look,
they gave a little shade.
Daily Beast is actually they're
like, be a journalist.
Right.
Yes. Get the facts.
Right, because a lot of people are coming out, and that's the thing. A lot of people are coming out right now, and they're saying a lot of stuff about this case. They don't really know the whole story. All they know for sure is that this brown sugar, fine as wine,
she's so fine.
Never aged a day in her life. Nia Long got cheated on. Nia Long, I'm sorry. Now, Nia Long, I've been a big fan of Nia Long for a long, long time, but me, like probably a lot of brothers. I mean, let's keep it real, okay? Let's go back.
I don't understand it. So I don't get it. How do you have a girl like Nia Long or Beyonce or like any of these beautiful, beautiful women and decide to cheat on them? Like how? Make it make sense.
We're gonna get into all of that. But from what I know, for particular from Nia Long, let me just say, I was a fan of Nia Long back in Boys in the Hood.
Oh, yeah.
I was a fan of Nia Long when she was in Friday. But, I gotta tell you, even when she was with Fresh Prince, when she was with Will Smith, I liked it in.
It should have worked out.
But when she did The Best Man, and Tay Diggs' character came over to the house, and she had that thought.
Wasn't she like a stripper?
No, she wasn't a stripper. She wasn't a stripper. She was the girl that he was trying to hook up with while he was with Sanaa Lathan. So that's the whole thing. Go back and watch The Best Man. You got to see that. That's a classic. Now, in that one, though, and you gotta go rewind it though. You gotta bring it back because there's a scene where he goes to see her, and she's wearing this lingerie And my God, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you cheat on this woman, man, something's wrong with you. But anyway, so a lot of the stuff that's going on with the case, though, people have been wondering about it. What's up, Jay? They've been talking about it because the man got suspended for a whole year for having an inappropriate relationship. Now, they don't know all the facts and all the details, or at least the public doesn't. Some people in the organization obviously clearly know, but the public doesn't know. But just on the surface level, he got suspended. He got suspended.
Yeah.
Do you think being suspended for a whole year for sleeping with a coworker?
Why wouldn't they just let him go? Like, honestly, like, if you're gonna suspend somebody for a whole, like, are they taking away his salary and stuff? Like, what's happening with that? Like,
I'm not. Details keep pouring in. The details keep pouring in.
Yeah, I'm not in sports, so I don't know how they operate. I don't know how they do. But like, what about the girl?
See, that's the other thing.
Did something happen to her?
Well, that's the other thing. A lot of people have been asking about the other girl. Nothing's been said about the girl in the situation. So
I know there was a conversation with Stephen A.
Right, we're gonna get to that. I don't want to get there just yet, but there was a situation with that whole thing where people are talking about what the girl is. But then there's a whole other discussion to be had, because we don't know, we don't know,
and we're all just speculating.
Right, but one of the things that they were saying was that part of the problem was that with this young lady, there might have been some unwanted advances that he said or whatever. So, the lines are really blurred when it comes to dating coworkers and whatnot.
Yeah, no, just don't do it.
Have you ever dated a coworker?
Never dip your pen in company. Just don't do it. Don't dip your pen in company ink.
In company ink.
Period. It's a bad idea.
Lydia says that it seems one-sided.
He was engaged. She was
he was engaged.
Clearly she was married.
Right.
So she should also know the rules. And if something comes up, you should report it if that's the case.
Well, I think
that's not what happened.
I think what's happening is they said that she reported it after the fact. Like she was coming out and saying what happened after the fact.
Only because she got.
Yeah, it's a lot of speculation. All I know is if you have this situation where you're having an affair with your significant other, it's somebody on the team. It's real tough because what happened is the problem with dating somebody that you're working with is like once the stuff goes sideways, then you open yourself up for what was that look? Or when he walked by me, was he trying to be flirtatious or was he, you know what I mean? It causes too many issues when it comes to that. I don't know.
Messy. Real messy. Don't dip your pen in company ink.
Yeah. So
you shouldn't be dipping your pen anywhere except for Nia Long anyway. So what are you doing?
Well, Nia Long, that's a whole thing. Let me ask something too though, because they said that they were engaged for 10 years or over 10 years. I'm sorry, not 10 years. They were engaged since 2015, so not quite 10 years.
No,
but about 8 years? 7, 8 years, 7 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
I mean, I've been engaged for a year and some change now, but our wedding is being planned right now. So
right. I mean, everybody's thinking different.
Kind of in limbo. It's still kind of.
I think once you hit that 5-year engagement, then
it's we gotta make a move somewhere.
I always think that's.
I wonder what stopped them. To be honest, I wonder what.
Maybe he was dipping his pen in company more times than just that. I mean, I don't know. Lydia says having an affair.
Everything comes to the surface, baby.
Lydia says having an affair is wrong, no matter where they work.
Period.
They're just dumb enough to do it somewhere that they're both known.
That they're both under contract.
In 5 years,
and they know better. They know the rules of the organization. Why?
Right. So I don't know.
The thrill, is that what gets it? I don't understand.
I don't know. Well, the thing is, they don't know exactly. There might be more to the story. Now he might have did more dirt or whatever. I just think, for personally though, I think that it's a harsh suspension for a whole year. I think if you would have did maybe a few months. I don't know. I feel like a fine for what?
I get that.
If it was consensual,
I get that he has stats and stuff. He took him to like the finals for like however many years. Again, I'm not a basketball girl at all, so I don't really know too much.
Right.
But I know that they were pretty successful under him.
They were, but I'm just saying if it was consensual, like the initial report said it was a consensual situation. If that's the case, don't you think that might be too much?
And that girl should also be on the chopping block.
Well, then that's the other thing. So
both of them should be on the chopping block.
Well, that was a subject of discussion between ESPN's Malika Andrews and Stephen A. Smith, because on Stephen A. Smith's show, he was talking about the situation a little while ago, and he was asking questions about why more of them weren't, why the girl wasn't being more discussed, and that was one of the things he said. And Malika Andrews had came out, and she was basically like mad at Stephen A. and trying to yell at Stephen A. on his show.
No, like what we're not gonna do is like
we're not gonna blame women. We're not gonna blame women
under the bus and Like, honey.
She was saying that to Stephen A. on his show, so Stephen A. told her, no, that's not what I'm doing. He kind of checked her for it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But then she's come out a little bit after that, and she had more to say about the next coach who's being brought in line at the for the Celtics.
What'd she say?
And she said she was talking about his criminal history from back when he was in college. Talking about how he got arrested for a few different situations back then, and a lot of people have been talking about Malika as if Malika may have a little trouble with some of the brothers, and they're not really sure about why she's coming at that whole situation like that. It seemed really one-sided when it came to her. So I don't know. What did you think about Malika? And
I think she got shut down. And rightfully so. I think she was really trying to take a stance of like, let me fight for women everywhere and show that I'm like women power. But at the same time, if we're wanting equality and we're wanting to like be held to the same kind of standards, then we should be held to the same kind of standards. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, excuse one person's behavior just because like they're a woman. Both people should be held accountable.
Well, yeah, and I think Malika
broke the rules. If it's a consensual relationship, then both of them broke the rules.
Both of them broke the rules, and I feel like what do you think about this though? When this whole thing happens, and the girl instantly is always portrayed as possibly the victim in this, when we don't know that happened.
The damsel in distress. No, it's played out.
Right? Do you? Because
you knew what you were doing. You knew that he had a relationship. He's obviously like in public. You can tell that he is a married or engaged man to this beautiful woman, and you're gonna step in
and do your thing.
If it's consensual, again, we don't really know all the facts of everything.
And that's all we can go off of.
If it is consensual, then
she should have got fired.
She just is wrong.
Right, that's how I feel. I feel like she should have got fired too, for sure. If it was consensual, she should have got fired. Let me see what Lydia said.
Like, I don't understand these girls that just like they chase after these celebrity guys who are famous, powerful, but they're in relationships in a very public setting, much like Tristan.
Tristan Thompson. Chloe.
Yeah, I mean,
Tristan's somewhere cheating right now. Where are we at?
Everybody knew about their relationship, but he ended up hooking up with this like personal trainer and had a whole baby with her.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, I think a lot of women are attracted to the what they can't have and with somebody else's man, and I think I think a lot of guys are too. Some guys are too, and I think that is a draw. Let me see what Lydia says. She said maybe she was dipping her pencil somewhere, and whether or not he harassed her at some point or not, in the beginning they were both being inappropriate at the workplace, and they both should get equal punishment. And if he did harass her at some point, he should be held accountable for that as well. Well, and I think that's the thing. I think like there's a part of that sounds like there might have been that going on, which might be part of why he's in trouble. But like Lydia said, I agree. If she was consensual and violating their policy at work, I think she should get in trouble too. And if he's being scrutinized for it, I don't see why she's some way too. I don't know. That's what I think.
Hand them out, them suspensions, them fires and terminations because if they broke a rule that is something that they signed up for, they should be held accountable for.
Right. Well, I'm gonna leave that right there. I want to say real quick about this Malika Andrews. I just really want to talk about something with her real quick because her coming out, she's had a few different hot takes when it came to sports athletes, black sports athletes, and I just it's one of the things. She's biracial. She's married to a white dude, and she always seems to come down real hard on the brothers. And I don't know. She was supposed to be the replacement for at ESPN for Rachel Nichols when she went out, and I think they thought like they're gonna get like a black woman to be more of the face, and I think they kind of wanted that to happen, and especially around the time in 2020 after BLM, yeah. I think they really wanted to go that route. I have an issue with because I feel like she does seem to go when you come out and you start out of there when nobody asks you, start bringing up a brother's past, talking about how he got.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for that, and Woj and all the other people, all the other announcers were on there, and I don't know. I just really feel like right now, if you look online, and you don't have to go far, you could go on YouTube, you can go to a lot of different places. And I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like there's a new culture in entertainment and media where there's these let's say figureheads, these personalities that they have that are out there that are like black people, not just women, black people that are speaking against black people a lot. I see a lot of that. There's this one dude, officer, I won't even want to say his name, but he's officer, there's a guy, look him up. You'll see his name. It'll come up when you say officer. I think it's Tatum or something like that. But anyway, him, there's Candace Owens. There's all these different people that are on there. And I think
don't even talk to me about Candace Owens.
But do you understand? Do you see what you get what I'm saying? I think that there's this new movement of like anti-black blacks that are on, and that all they do is talk bad about the black community and black culture and black people, and black men.
That. I don't get it. I don't get the mindset. Are you being paid to try and ruin?
100%. I think that's 100%.
I mean, it very well could be that it's a ploy. I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist at best, so I mean, we could hand it or chalk it up to the media trying to tear us as a group, as a people apart.
Right.
And they want to pit us all against each other as opposed to us coming together because they know that we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
Right. And I definitely feel like, to me, she feels like one of those people that does have that anti-black agenda in a lot of ways.
She went into a meeting with her white boss and he was like, yeah, keep doing that. That's good stuff.
Well,
good stuff. Keep talking about that.
Maybe, but I don't know. She sometimes seems like she goes off script and she goes into business for herself when it comes to that too.
And that's what I'm talking about.
She might be, a lot of these people, you see a lot of these people, and like Candace, a lot of these people, they be trying to set themselves up for a job at Fox News or something. You know what I mean? And they'll always have a home over there. So I don't know. You guys
get in Trump's back pocket. Oh, speaking of Trump, did you hear that him and his whole family is getting sued in New York?
Yeah.
They're getting sued over fraud and some other stuff embezzlement. I don't know.
It's a new thing with
his whole family is they're trying to block the entire Trump family basically from being able to do business at all in New York, and I'm here for it. Well,
nothing. What else is new with that? Anyway, you guys, if you guys got anything to say about Ime Udoka, fine, Sister Nia Long. By the way, is every brother in the industry gonna be jumping at Nia Long right now or what? I just everybody's trying to get at Nia Long right now.
Sure.
You put that out there in the market.
I know that there was some I think he was a married preacher or something who publicly shot his shot.
Oh man.
And he was like, no, it wasn't. I swear it was innocent. But honey, the way that you were typing in,
he was trying to get some of that brown
sugar.
Better. Trying to get that brown sugar. All right. Now I want to ask you something, Tiff. There's a lot of people in the industry right now that are famous, and they're really famous for a lot of their enhanced features. The big Brazilian butt lifts. We got the.
Are we talking about the Kardashians again?
Lips.
Are we talking about Black China again?
No, not just them. I'm talking about anybody, them and everybody like them. When you see people in the industry right now, 9 times out of 10, they got a lot of work done. Right. And I feel like it still is inspiring a big culture of people that want to get a lot of plastic surgery done and things of that nature. Real quick, I just want to talk about some stuff real quick. We were talking about plastic surgery because there was a rapper not too long ago that just came out, and I think she compared herself to Nicki Minaj and said that she's more desirable. I think it was she's on one of the reality shows, one of the hip hop wives or something. But she said she's better than Nicki Minaj and it looks better because she's all natural. And that kind of was a thing that was out there.
Baby Tate?
I don't know one of them girls' names.
Maybe.
But just when we look at some of these, I just want to look at some of these real quick because we brought up Nicki Minaj. I just want to real quick. Now, this is Nicki before plastic surgery and after plastic surgery. Now, I mean, that's a rough picture either way, and she might have been bad lighting or whatever, but she definitely looks different. Oh, yeah. Can we agree she looks different, Tiff? Can we agree she looks different? Absolutely. Around the region over there and around the regions over there? She looks a little different. Yeah. So I'm just saying.
But she's also, I mean, that was also when she was like, look, if you look at pictures from me, of me, even when I was like,
when you were
15, 16, stick. I was a straight up stick. No carbs, no nothing. I had SpongeBob body. Like, I was a stick.
Now.
No, I'm dead serious. So, I was like that.
Grow that big?
No, I was like that.
But can your butt grow that big? I'm just saying.
I was like that. And then something happened and I started eating better, so.
Well, we know.
And then I got hurt.
So you think that there's a chance that
it could be natural? Like I literally was super flat, in the regions, and
Lydia said that she looks better. She looks better now. I think she definitely looks better now. Yeah. Let's take a look at some of the other plastic surgeries. You mentioned them.
It could very well be just like
you brought them up. So let's look at some of these right here. Now let's look at some of these right here. Hold on, I just wanna let's focus in on some of the Kardashians real quick here. Because if you take a look at Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, I'm just saying, look at them before and after the plastic surgery. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that they look a little different now, and there's definitely been some changes. Khloe definitely looks like another person what she does now. All I'm saying is it's a little different. Now let me ask you though. So what do you actually think about that when it comes to plastic surgery? Do you think like it's a good thing? Is it healthy for people to do? Is it something that would do you think that people should be?
I don't think it's healthy.
Why not?
I think you should really just find ways to fall in love with yourself just as you are. But that being said, like, I understand if, like, for me, I have issues with my hip dips because my hips go in like
this. Hip dips?
Yeah, I have hip dips.
What's a hip dip?
It's where your hips aren't rounded. They're like, and like kind of weird and boxy. So I've had issues with that, like, my entire life, and I've tried like working out, I've tried doing all this other stuff, I've tried like pretty much everything, but so I mean I say that all just to say that like I understand like being frustrated that your body is
well, what if something you can't fix like that? You can't fix the hip dips, can you?
No.
Can you fix the hip dips?
No.
I don't even know what hip dips are, but I want to know, can you fix it?
Well, I mean, you could get surgery and you can get your hips rounded out, yes.
So let me ask you: if you was missing booty like Nicki Minaj was at first,
yeah,
you think that she was right to add some to the picture like she did?
If that is something that was an insecurity for her, then sure, more power to you, girl.
So you think it's okay if it makes you feel better?
If it makes you truly feel better and like it's not gonna become like an addiction and like unhealthy, you know, like sure, absolutely, like do what you do. But I personally I prefer all natural. I prefer like the natural state of, I don't want any sort of like weird plastic or weird poisons injected into my body.
So that's why you wouldn't do it, because you feel like it might be like that.
Yeah.
I
know that there's different techniques. There's like lipo where you can take your own fat and move it to other parts of your body. I get it. But like, what's the cost? It's dangerous. It's also like, it could really mess with your sense of self and mess with your sense of worth for like your own body. It can start, you know, there's a lot of cons.
Look at that. All right, Lydia said,
there's a lot of cons.
If I had millions, I'd probably get something done, being completely honest. What do you need? You don't need nothing done. Don't answer that question. Lydia says, but when you start completely changing your looks and it becomes dangerous, it's time to stop.
Yeah.
I feel
like I've seen people like look like try and get the full blown like Barbie doll look or like Ken look or like people trying to look like Kim Kardashian. No.
Well, that's a disorder. Have you seen the guys that got...
That's legit a disorder.
Have you seen the one where they put the horns on there? Like they get like the actual horns in their head?
Yeah.
Or like the guys, you were saying something earlier about the ones that like cut the tongue. The tongue to make like a snake tongue. Like a split.
Yeah.
Like a split.
Yeah. I don't think you can fix that too.
Yeah, that's done. Once you cut that, it's over. That's crazy. Yeah.
All right,
let me ask you real quick. If you mess with a dude, and the dude was fine, he was bad, he was all this, he was great looking dude, right?
Like my fiance, yeah.
Okay, sure, fine, like him, right? So what if he had plastic surgery and he told you about it? Like after the fact, like you got with him and he was you liked the way he looked, and then after the fact,
that would be so
and he was just like, yeah, I had to get a little work done right here. I had to get a little work done right here. Well, this ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What would you be good with that?
I mean, it's his body.
I'm just saying,
his body, his choice.
Would it change your opinion of him though when you met him?
I don't think so. I don't think so. If it was something that he like battled with for like ages, he tried all sorts of different things, like tried working out at the gym, tried all this other stuff, and then he just kind of threw up his hands and that's what prompted it, then yeah, like that'd be fine. To me, like you have to really go through that journey of just like really like bad self-confidence and really just like battling that to really find justification for doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm just like, I think like it's fine that you went and did some things, but I think a lot of these girls that come out, and especially like the ones that are like really sitting up there and they like talk about how big their ass is and how big this and that is. I think you don't get credit if you pay for it. Like I can't give you credit for it if you pay for it. Now, if you know what I'm saying, if it was natural, it's one thing. I can't give you credit. Like to me, it like takes it away a little.
And nowadays, like girls are just getting way out of control with it. Like, have you seen Cardi B's hips? I don't know if she's had. I know she's for sure had like a BBL before, but like her waist is like this.
Well, it starts looking like this. You remember like the ants thingy that used to like the Nicki Minaj little ants. Remember the ants? It kind of sometimes it just came out a little bit like that. Sometimes. And but I think some.
Do you remember her at the
like
VMAs when she like did the thing on the chair?
I think it was. And
like it went viral, and they were like, "Oh, her ass is fake."
I think some pictures might come out the wrong way sometimes. Yeah. I think that's what it is. Yeah. It just don't do it the right.
I mean, that's with everything, though.
All right, you too can do this for the right amount of money. You can go from that to a superstar.
Don't do it though. Don't do it.
All right.
Love yourself. You know, honor yourself, honor the body that you were given, and you know, treat it right. That's all you really got to do.
Lydia said Bugs Life. It was the Bugs Life one.
Bugs Life.
Oh, so you know, real quick, there was a there's a situation going on right now with the rapper the baby, and he came out and he said something about.
I'm so tired of him and his big old forehead.
And he said something about Meg the Stallion. He said that he was putting it out there that he had did something with Meg the Stallion. He had put it out there. He was talking about it.
Yeah.
And this is like years after.
He was like, when she went back to her pretty boy boyfriend or something like that. And I was like, why?
What?
Why? Why would you even like bring this up? Like there was no point in doing that.
Yeah, well, he came out and he was saying it about her after the song.
Beefing before, like long time ago, but like now you want to come forward with a song and talk about it.
Yeah, well, let me ask you something. How do you feel about that with somebody coming out and saying something like that? Like, is there ever a time when it's okay to kiss and tell in a relationship after how long? Is there a time limit where
is there a statute of limitations?
The statute of limitations where somebody should be able to come out and say something?
Spilling the knowledge.
Yeah, spilling the tea, coming out and telling people. Is there a
I want to say yes.
What year?
But like the year that
it happened, so you can tell people about it after that. You think that's all right?
No, I wouldn't tell people after that. That's irrelevant. Look, honestly, to me, like real deal Holyfield, I would not just because like that's messy. It's messy. It's messy.
You ever had anybody?
I don't want to do that. I don't.
You telling me you don't tell. You never told your friends about something after you hooked up with somebody and the guy was like, you didn't tell your friends about it?
Well, yeah, I did.
All right, so this is the way you lying. So why you lying now?
No.
You on the oath.
But that's my friend.
You're on the oath.
Okay?
I just said
that's not me spilling tea to the world like the baby.
I'm asking you, okay, to the baby, we know, he out of pocket, but at the same time, he a rapper, right? You know that stuff probably gonna come out at some point or whatever. You messing with a guy like that, you probably gonna talk about it. You probably gonna talk about it a little bit. All I'm saying is,
messy for that.
all I'm saying is, how long do you think it's okay before you can go out and talk about the situation? I personally feel like
never. Like, don't talk about it. Just keep what you do in the bedroom private. I don't want to hear it.
Look, I feel like I've had situations where I've heard people that were in relationships and they talk about it and it's a thing. I've had somebody. I actually had a girl. See, girls act like they don't be doing that stuff. I've had girls come out and talk to people about situations and they brag about it, just like dudes do. They just put it on guys. Girls be doing that stuff too. They do, and they be bragging about it, and it gets out there, and yeah,
it's messy. Don't do it.
Yeah,
like me, I'm like private. Like I don't typically like to talk about that with anybody except for my close friends because I know that they are, vaults. They're secret vaults.
They're secret vaults. They lock it down.
What do you call them? They're like Fort Knoxes for me. So yeah, my people hold it together.
Well, there's a different culture right now, especially like in hip hop, with like guys like the Baby or like 50 Cent or like what just happened a little while ago. We were talking about that Irv Gotti. He just came out and said the whole thing with Ashanti. What is that about? Is that I think
there's a word for that. It's called clout chasing.
Right.
That's what clout chasing is.
Right. And it's also with this new culture of like everything online. People have all these different podcasts, all these different shows and stuff like that. I think there's a new movement of people coming out and wanting to spill tea, spill details, be like the Jada Pinkett show where they're talking about stuff and they're putting all this business and information out there.
It's like real life, like Jerry Springer.
Yeah. And I think it's a part of this reality era that we're in.
Very, very true. Because everyone is so drawn to drama and like they're so interested. As soon as like a word about like some tea or some chaos happens in somebody's life, and like we hear even like the hushest things about it. We blow it up.
Well, also
we want to hear all about the drama. We want to hear about everything.
And it gets clicks and likes. And,
yes, and that's the way to get like attention nowadays. And it's like, okay, we're focusing on the wrong stuff.
Well, also I think a guy like the baby, I think he's probably got an album coming out. And so, like, they build up hype for the album. You know, I think they do
this. That's what's drawing in, like, the hype for this album, which is crazy. Like, it should be about their lyrical abilities. It should be about the actual music. But no, now it's about the drama and what kind of tea he's about to spill about what other celebrities. You know?
Well, you know, the last time he was actually even out there at the Factor, he got in trouble for the whole.
The gay thing.
He said the thing about the gay people and putting that out there.
Oh my god!
Right, and so I think that
I still don't like him. That's why I don't like him.
The baby. Mm-hmm. Was it because of that?
Yeah.
Like
that was just the most ignorant, like stupid. Ugh.
Well,
let's go somewhere, sir.
Well, yeah, and I think he definitely was doing this right now to get maybe some of the attention off of that to bring that back around.
His face is shaped like a PT Cruiser.
Oh, would you look PT Cruiser.
Oh, PT Cruiser looking.
PT Cruiser. What about that?
Think about like the front of a PT Cruiser. How it's like long, like in the front, and then it like pops off. That's his forehead. PT. Like, have you seen him from the side?
I seen the baby. I never thought.
Seen him from the side?
I never thought PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser.
Real quick,
look at him from the side.
Did you hear about the concert where ASAP Rocky jumped into the crowd and got like harassed? Whoa! Why is that funny?
Because I remember there was a meme that was created off of him just like panicking, like in the crowd. And so I love him and Tyler, the creator's relationship. They're like best friends, but Tyler, the creator, took the screenshot from ASAP Rocky. I wish you had this as a picture because it would be just so great.
And what did he do? What was the screenshot?
He took that screenshot and he put it as his profile picture.
When he was getting filled up in the crowd, yeah.
I wasn't sure I would do as a friend. I'd be like, I'm about to post it.
I've always wondered about that when you crowd surf because if you jump off the stage,
oh my God.
You know what I mean? There ain't no telling. You
gotta trust the audience.
But I don't trust. You gotta know.
You gotta trust that they're gonna be okay with you, and you gotta trust that you not.
Well, you remember? I always thought it was interesting when like girls did it because I don't know if you remember. There was a thing where like remember there was a Courtney Love. She was getting fights with people because she would jump in there and like people are grabbing.
As a girl, like I would probably never do that.
The people are grabbing and they don't reach for things.
I've gotten close to doing crowd surfing.
You got close to it? What happened?
Yeah.
You chicken out?
I was like climbing up and then I was like, yay, and then I like leaned back and then someone put me down and I was like, it was real sad. I was like, okay.
I'll be down. All I know is I went to a show. A buddy of mine took me to a show years ago, and it was at the Tacoma Dome, and it was a rock show, and it was where this is a long time ago. This is where Linkin Park was there, right? Yeah. So I went to go see where Linkin Park was there, right? Chester. Yo, they had that mosh pit. I don't know if you've ever seen the actual mosh pit, but they be in there and they're fighting, like they're for real. Like you go in there and they're like really fighting you. So it's like if you jump into that, you got to know what's going on.
I can't do it. I have a temper.
They coming out swinging, man.
If somebody hits me the wrong way, I'm going ham on them, and I'm focusing like laser vision. Like you about to get your beat. Okay?
Yeah. It was.
Like I can't do mosh pits. I can like do the pushing ones, like push, whatever. But the actual like punching people, like nah. Don't do that.
Yeah, those things is crazy. But I've seen people in there, and that's what I'm saying. Jumping off the stage at one of those shows, you putting your life into your own hands if you do that. I don't know if you guys ever seen something like that. Let us know.
I would do the one that has like the raft. Like as a woman, I would do the one that has like the raft just because you'd be a more safer, but like
they can just shake you off that.
I know. Cardi tried to get into the crowd, and
Cardi
literally
B?
somebody grabbed her, and she just like took the mic and went.
Man, she should be real scared. She should be real scared with all them enhancements she got. She might be, did you see the show? Was it She's Gotta Have It on Netflix where the girl was doing? She was up there dancing on stage and she popped her butt, and then her butt exploded. You didn't see that? The Spike Lee show on Netflix.
No idea what you're talking about.
I was taking it back to the body enhancements. There was a show on Netflix where She Gotta Have It with the girl. She's up there.
Her booty pop?
Yeah, she had the enhancements. She had like the butt enhancements, and she was up there. She was dancing, and she did like the splits and like popped. And it like got on people and everything. It was gross. You didn't see that?
Got on people?
Man, go. It's Spike Lee. Go see
Ew.
that. You gotta watch it, man. I'm telling you, it's a thing that happened. That's what. If I was Cardi B, I wouldn't be doing no crowd surfing or anything like that for fear of losing my butt implants.
Yeah, you guys got to think about that. Whenever you're thinking about doing implants, if ever you want to do the splits, think about your butt popping and covering people in the audience.
That's right. All right. Well,
do you really want that?
All right. Do you really want that?
Do you really want that?
All right. Lydia said it was going to jail. She saw it. All right. So real quick before we get out of here, I just want to. I also want to talk about something real quick. Now, in an interview with Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel Studios, he had just said that they asked him why he didn't recast T'Challa in the new Black Panther movie, and he said something interesting. Just because we had talked about Black Panther a little while ago, the Wakanda Forever trailer. So Kevin Feige said that he didn't want to recast T'Challa because he felt like it was too soon. Too soon. Remember, we were just talking about them not recasting T'Challa and putting him in there and how that was a big controversy and all of that. But he said the words too soon, which gives me hope. Which gives me hope that we might see Black Panther again. I just thought I'd drop that out there because I thought that was dope. Because that movie's coming out. That movie's coming out in November. And if he said it's too soon, there might be still hope for Black Panther being in the movies. I just want to put that out there. All right, Miss Tiffany.
Yeah. Just want to celebrate Ghana. I think it's Ghana or Ethiopia, one of the two. But they just celebrated their new year. They're now in 2015. They're like 7 months or 8 months 8 years and 7 months behind like regular Western calendar. Yeah, no, they stuck with the old like Gregorian calendar.
Wait, Ghana. What is
Ghana is in 2015.
Is in 2015 right now in 2022.
Yeah.
So in Ghana years, Nia Long and Ime Udoka are freshly engaged. Is that what you're saying? So if now we gotta go off of Ghana years for my man Ime Udoka, so he didn't do wrong. He is freshly engaged.
He's still engaged.
He's freshly, but no.
But no,
he's freshly engaged. You just said yourself it's 2015 in Ghana.
And I'm
so
sure
in Ghana
they
time,
were dating before they got engaged.
In Ghana time, they're still. This is a fresh engagement, so we should give the man some slack. He didn't keep Nia Long. He didn't keep Nia Long as an engaged woman for that long. Look at that woman right there. He didn't keep her on the hook for that long. If we go on off Ghana years, in Ghana years, they are freshly engaged.
The door.
My man,
get out of here.
Ime Udoka. Man, you messed up. So, the moral of today's story, before we get out of here,
is it's 2015.
And what the hell are you doing cheating on Nia Long?
It's 2015.
What the hell are you doing cheating on Nia Long?
We love it here. It's 2015.
All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
I'm drinking water.
She's drinking water this time. It was not water a few minutes ago.
Thanks, Lydia.
So that's just so you guys know. But thank you guys for joining us. We've been waiting for our Urban Solutions right now. It's out. They're having some issues right now, so we're gonna get back with them. Heads up to shout out to Urban Solutions. Tiff, tell everybody about your stuff that you're plugging.
Oh, okay. Well, my fiance Beyonce has a concert. Tizzy Teach. He's going to be doing a Halloween show out in Roy, so please check it out. Go follow him. Brandon Tizzy Teach. Tizzy Teach is all caps.
Tizzy Teach.
So I'm very proud of him. I'll be there, obviously, because I'm a supportive girlfriend. And then what else is going on? There's my Thoughts of Tea Apothecary. Please go check it out. Go order some tea. It's good. I have some anxiety. That is really good for just like calming the nerves, because you know we've all had a very stressful past month. Oh my gosh. And just want to give like some special love down to people in Florida again. I know that y'all are about to deal with this like crazy, like catastrophe level 4 hurricane. And so we're all worried. We're all sending prayers and good energy, good thoughts, good vibes.
All right, you guys. Good thoughts, good vibes to everybody in Florida. We want everybody to be safe down there.
Oh, did you hear about Hocus Pocus 2? Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out this Friday.
Is that this Friday?
Yes.
Hocus Pocus 2?
Yes, Disney Plus, baby. Give me a sponsorship.
It's on Disney Plus?
Disney Plus, you should sponsor me. No. Hocus Pocus 2, we're really excited. It's really anticipated. We've all been waiting for it.
All the way.
I've been dying.
You know,
I love the old Hocus Pocus.
Counting down the minutes.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm excited.
I've been sitting here counting the calendars and then checking it off. I got like a 12-day of Christmas thingy. You know, we take a little chocolate out until Hocus Pocus comes.
But for Halloween?
But yeah.
Oh,
so it's like a pumpkin.
Just for
I said, you know what I'm saying? Never mind. You ruined the whole. I was talking about.
I bought pumpkins.
We going to have a Halloween special coming up too. So you guys check it out. We're going to have some costumes. We're going to talk about scary stuff.
Give us some ideas of what we should do or what we should be as costumes. Like, what would you guys like to see us as costumes?
Yeah, give us ideas. I like that. Give us ideas, and we will consider
Nothing
it.
too crazy.
No. You know what?
I'm not doing anything too crazy.
We're going to take the challenge. We'll do it. We'll do it.
He going to take
Give us it. She'll do it too. She really wants
you go end up showing up like a giant taco. It's going to be rough.
I can pull that off.
And a lady taco.
I love tacos.
No, a lady taco.
See now.
You're going to end up.
Where are you going?
They're going to be like, Terry, you should be in. And you're going to be like, oh, why did I say
we gotta.
Where do I buy this costume?
We gotta adhere to FCC regulations.
Isn't that food? No, that's FCC.
Lydia said she's kicking me out, and it is going to be you and her going to Hocus Pocus.
Period.
Lydia's in Mr. Boner. I remember that was one of my favorite costumes. I'll bring the footage of that and let you guys check it out. It was pictures. You got to see it. I can't really describe the costume, but it was a costume where I was Bones, and you have to see the bones. I'll show you a picture. I promise you it'll pass most of the FCC regulations. All right, guys. Until the next time, for Tiffany Bell, this is Terry Young. This has been Urban World Talk Live. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, peace out. You're not going to serenade us out?
Bye. We love you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, thanks for tuning in. Come back next week. We'll talk about some more stuff. Urban World Talk.
Yes.